Here at Intoxicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
All he is just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. Because I think that's where you'll find him. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.
Boys Club.
Is it called Boys Club because my apartment looks like a boy lives in it?
I wouldn't say a boy lives in it. I would say a boy is kidnapped somewhere in here.
Boys Club.
We're everything. We're true crime. We're World Star Hip Hop.
We're World Star Hip Hop. We're Netflix reviews.
Stories of the day.
Boys Club.
Listen.
Yeah, do it. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. I think. No, we're not. And on Google Play. Nobody gives a shit.
Boys Club.
Boys Club Podcast. Now with 90% more sound clips of black people.
Boys Club.
Touch me, and I'll sue.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Oh, hey, Internet. Welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah McClellan. And if you're new to Intoxicated, this is a weekly comedy variety talk show where I chat with friends, comedians, creators, and various guests about life while drinking. And this is the Christmas episode, everybody. I'm going to suffer through this one. I have insane stomach aches right now. I've been eating nothing but garbage lately. 'Tis the season. And also today was my 8-year singleversary, and I decided to have cake for lunch, which is never a good choice. So that's probably why I'm not feeling so great right now, though it was worth it in the end. Yeah, 8 years single, everybody. 8 years single. I had thought it was 9 all year. Turns out it was 8. So this happens every year. I always think I'm single for longer than I am. And then I get a lovely surprise when I actually do the math and find out, bitch, you still got some time. You still, 2 years away from a decade is better than 1. So nice surprise finding that out. But welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the yearly Intoxicated Christmas special, where every year we get together and we drink and we talk about Christmas. This time around, I welcome back resident Grinch Corey West from Intoxicated Reviews and a regular on this show, of course. He is always down and willing to come back on the Christmas episodes and rant about how he hates Christmas. But this time, I have paired him up with Kirsten Finch, who is a extreme lover of Christmas. So we got together and had a good chat, and I was kind of in the middle of it. And that's kind of where I stand on Christmas. I'm kind of right in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't love it. There's a lot of things I love about Christmas, and there's a lot of things I hate about Christmas. I hate the commercialism of it all. I don't like the busyness and the hecticness and the pressure to just buy and buy and buy and eat and eat and eat. Although I do love food, but it's just a little much. It's a little much, I think. But that's what I like sparkly things. I like to decorate. I like to hang out with friends, and I like getting the time off work. So I'm kind of dead set in the middle. But these two were the two extremes, and that made for a really fun episode. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what? We have a listener question. And by listener, I mean one of my best friends, Danielle, sent in a question for the intro. I'm going to try to get questions for the intro going forward. Her question was, and this is on my personal Instagram, so if you're not following me on there yet, it is Sarah Mackel, Sarah M-A-C-L, all one word. Her question was, what was your favorite gym game as a kid? Now, this set me down a fucking rabbit hole because my mind was blanking. Obviously, it's the parachute, right? Like, that's the correct answer just all around. I was never, like, a physical kid, really, like, growing up. Although I had, like, an athletic body type, but I wasn't really into, like, being physical. Like, gym was not my favorite class, growing up. But I do remember the beep test, which was where you had to, like, essentially just run and run and run until the beep happened, and then you'd stop, and then the beep would go off again, you'd run. I remember that being literal hell on earth. Hell on earth, like would kill me, which is crazy because I love running now. I think it's fine, but back then it was hell. The other thing too is that when we were growing up, we were quite creative with our games. We used to play things like Tremors and like Jurassic Park. Like it was really just variations of tag, but like running around in the woods and like playing characters and stuff, which was very fun. So that took me down a fucking rabbit hole, and I started Googling nostalgic gym class games. So that's interesting. And I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of the night now. Thanks to Danielle for your question. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you listening. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Do make sure you are subscribed to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. If you are enjoying Intoxicated, you can leave an Apple Podcasts rating or review. That's always helpful. You can also check out Patreon. That's patreon.com/intoxicated. If you're a super fan and you want to get some extra content, you can give a monthly amount and get various rewards in return for that. And of course, follow Intoxicated on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Intoxicated Podcast, and on Twitter at @in_toxicated. And one last plug, because it is Christmas and hopefully people are in more of a giving mood. I did want to do a plug for the Nova Scotia SPCA. If you are a local, if you're in Nova Scotia or that area, you might have heard that recently there was a puppy mill raid. Over 30 dogs were rescued from a puppy mill, and the SPCA is in need of donations. I mean, they always are year-round, but this circumstance definitely makes it a little more urgent. So I'm going to link below to where you can actually send directly a donation to the SPCA. Andrew Vaughn from Boys Club Podcast and I have been kind of recruiting on the ground here in Halifax at the open mics and kind of in our friend circle for donations. So we do plan on bringing them a big gift in the new year. But if you aren't obviously physically in Halifax and you'd like to send a donation, I will link below to that, and I highly encourage that. All that being said, guys, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and enjoy this year's Christmas special with Corey West and Kirsten Finch.
Yeah, that's it.
Simmer down. We know what you mean.
There was no sailing for a second there.
Oh, great.
That was because I had the mics muted while it was on the starting soon screen.
Gotcha.
It's stuff like this that really makes it hard. like little things like you forget to turn the mics on.
I know.
You know, like
So
I've
Sarah,
never been harder.
Is accepting applications.
tech
for-
intern.
Yeah.
Please, if you are a nerdy person who wants to come and hang out unpaid, but like I'll feed you booze.
She will.
You can have drinks. You can hang out with us. You just need to run the OBS so that I can fully focus on this. And then, like, I can do multicam stuff where people can, like, switch screens.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, so I can do Molly, and you can just worry about, like, the computer stuff. Because Lord knows
Merry
you cannot operate OBS on Molly.
We've yet to try.
Yeah, true enough.
Even sober, I sometimes fuck it up.
Legalize it. I've never done Molly.
I've never done Molly either. Maybe we should do it this Christmas season.
Well,
Get a little happier about our
certainly-
lives.
Well, it's almost over. Hopefully, soon.
It is.
Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas is...
God, how do you hate Christmas? The time when you can buy the most stuff of the year.
Exactly.
The time when you can rack up your credit card bill without thinking of the consequences come until January.
Okay, we can start with that.
We can start with that.
You want to introduce this podcast
Yes.
and everything?
We are
It
gonna.
looks like I have a dick pic on my phone, but it's a fish.
Oh, I saw that fish pic, the penis fish.
Yeah. And then...
Did you see the video of it? It pulsates.
Jesus.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And that one, they kind of squished it into a penis-y shape. It's not that penis-y in real life.
Okay.
It's a little disappointing when you see the video.
Isn't there like I heard that there was footage of like all of them washed up on a beach or something,
Yeah, in California.
but I have yet to see that picture.
Oh, yeah?
I can just picture just like I don't know, like a lot of angry, like, fuck the cis hetero white man type people, like just going on a bitch and just being like, like, just stomping on them, tearing them apart with their teeth. That's what man, if I were in California, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, I
But
don't
I
have
do it-
penis envy, I have fish envy.
But I do it in a bikini to confuse and irritate everyone.
That is like that's like a feminist manifesto picture right
Exactly, just one titty kind of flopped out. You always got to flip out one titty.
Okay, I'm officially opening this episode.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Intoxicated Christmas.
Before you do, I'm just joking.
Welcome to the Intoxicated Christmas special this year. Woo woo! We are back.
Woo.
We are. It's that time of the year again where I force a theme upon myself for an episode, and then I make people join me for it. That's essentially what's happening right now.
That's what.
This is the third Intoxicated Christmas special.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember what I did for the first. Oh yeah, no, we did talk about Christmas. It was me, Kurt, Evan, and what's her name? My mind is blanking on her fucking name.
Melissa.
Blonde.
I know. I don't know her name.
Fuck me. She's a sweetheart. But it is Christmas time, and I am joined here by Intoxicated Reviews host Corey West.
Oh my gosh, you
humbug.
guys! Look, it's my husband. I'm watching the stream while on the shitter.
Oh, happy pooping!
You're our first and only viewer.
I love my Christmas scene that I've done up. So yeah, Corey West is here.
Yes.
And
Humbug.
Kirsten Finch is here.
Hi.
Kirsten, you did a solo episode and you did some live streams.
Yes.
But you have yet to do like a video episode. Like
You've done a live stream, but you haven't. This will be on YouTube.
this
eventually.
will be this is a video episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all I have a whole YouTube channel that needs to grow.
And she was also on Intoxicated Reviews.
She was.
That was so fun. I still think about how ridiculous Ready or Not is.
I haven't done an episode after that, and I keep saying.
Bring it back.
I am so into that because everything,
Yeah.
the story structure, the characters,
no ending.
It's all so confusing.
Bring it back. Bring back Ready or Not.
We will.
Hey, Sean, can I just ask, if you're watching it, you obviously found the link on my page. Why didn't you like the link? Because, I checked.
Oh.
Bunny, we had talked about this. You need to like all my stuff. You can't just selectively like it. I'm not just like a nobody in your life. Okay?
Are we on Twitch right now?
We are.
Oh, nice. Maybe we'll get burping guy.
What's Twitch? Is that something the kids are using nowadays?
Twitch is the one, remember when you and I were in the live stream and the people were asking us how many black guys we fucked? That was Twitch.
Well, it sounds like a classy place. I'm glad to be honest.
It's a lot of video gamers.
Is it the same?
Video gamers? Is that the right term? Gamers?
Gamers. Like,
Video
if you're
gamers!
95 years old, like, those video gamers on their Twitchy.
With the N64? Is it the same thing as Twitter? They talk to each other, little short sentences.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm serious. I'm not clear what Twitch is. Isn't there like another? Is that the video one? I think Lil Pump has something to do with it. Lil Pump.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Can we hear the crackle?
Did you know Little Xan or Little Shan, whatever his name is, he has retired at the ripe old age of, it appears, 14.
Didn't Lil Xan die?
No, I think he's like doing clothing.
Andrew Vaughn, it's been a long December. I saw that.
And it's about to get longer.
I saw that Counting Crows actually posted an Instagram of a still of the video, and the caption was, "How's yours been going?" And I was like, God, they're really playing this
at
up.
home, fucking Adam Dershowitz, or where the fuck his name is.
Was Counting Crows the lead singer? Did he date Kate Hudson, or is that a different band?
No, you're thinking of the Black Crows.
Black Crows.
Yeah.
Thank
Counting
you for
Crows,
liking the link, monkey.
I think the guy from Counting Crows
liked it.
dated both Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox.
Oh, okay.
You know what? But he hasn't dated me, and so is that really notable?
Yet.
But he has shaved.
He
the
needs a
dreadlocks,
trifecta.
so,
Oh my God, we gotta get into this eggnog. So Kirsten brought some holiday eggnog for us. Can you talk about what's in it?
The ingredient list is alarming. It is about half cream, half milk, a secret blend of herbs and spices. JK.
Is there drugs in this?
Well, I'm not going to say there's not drugs in it, because technically, alcohol is a drug. Technically. Yeah, and then there's some
Christmas.
delicious blended eggs. You know, so I
Gotta
think
have it.
Rocky, he could have been shooting eggnog back instead of just eggs, and then a lot of rum, a lot of Cuban rum.
A lot of rum. So we're gonna pour some glasses of this.
Yeah.
I'm also drinking a hot chocolate.
Look, you can see all the spices at the bottom because that's how much
Okay.
spice is in there.
Holy bitch! Holy crap!
Spice to crap.
I don't know how I feel about
Oh yeah,
that.
and a shit ton of sugar. There's so much sugar. It's like drinking custard. Just try. Just try.
This is going to be a whole lot of diarrhea for me. I'm just going to have a little bit because I can't do the...
Did you put candy cane liqueur in your hot chocolate as well?
I sure did.
Nice.
So I am drinking some hot chocolate with Cold Stream Clear holiday candy cane.
Thank you.
bitches.
Thank you.
And it's
a little shot
delightful.
of water first.
That's it. Got to clean the palate or cleanse the palate.
Exactly.
Cleanse the palate. Eggnog.
I will say, I was asked, it was assumed that I did not like eggnog because I do not like Christmas. I do like eggnog.
I think I knew that you liked it.
I do, but
And when is the time that you drink eggnog?
Christmas time because
So
it's
therefore-
not. It's good. It's not good enough to drink year round though.
Do they sell it year round?
No, they only
You
sell
sound
it-
like someone who doesn't go to diners and then secretly drink the mini creams. Sounds like you need a little more joy in your life, buddy.
It's true. That's true.
Go to a diner, take some shots.
I mean, the fact that I need more joy in my life and I hate Christmas are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, we just need more joy in general.
oh man, it's so eggy.
I-
So
Oh, you can
look
see
at
the
this.
chunks.
Look at this.
yeah.
Look at
There's
this.
no chunks. Okay, a
I
little
know.
bit for
I'm just going to
you.
take a little bit. Ooh.
There you go.
Okay.
You
Got a
don't
little
want
bit.
diarrhea.
Got a little bit of eggnog.
Maybe we can pass that through the.
Oh, that'd be good.
There we go.
For the listening audience, I encourage you to tune into YouTube for this one because it's very
that's
Christmassy.
great.
It's rich. It's rich.
It's also snowing. Do you notice that it's snowing
Oh,
on the screen?
wow.
That's so romantic.
Another terrible thing that's hyped up by Christmas. Like, I can't wait till it snows. Like, really? Wouldn't it be better if it was
Okay,
warmer?
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We need
Let's
to-
try this
we need
eggnog.
to touch.
This is delicious.
Thank
I'll
you.
say. The spice is really. Yeah, there's a lot of spice.
Um,
It's good. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
into
lot
that.
of flavor.
It doesn't taste like eggnog.
Disagree, but.
Or is this how eggnog is supposed to taste?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, the spiciness
Yeah.
overrides the eggnoggy taste, which is what I personally don't like. So it's all a good thing.
Hear all about it in Sarah's eggnog blog.
Eggnog blast.
I know.
Oh, Corey's adding some more.
There's not enough.
booze.
No, I
I understand. I applaud you, sir.
It's free for the taking.
I should say as
It's
well.
almost 4:00, and this is my first drink of the day, so I had to start it off strong.
Okay. So let's analyze this part by part so we can establish that you, Corey, the hater of Christmas, eggnog's pretty dope.
Point 1 for eggnog.
Okay.
Well, wait, let me set this up before we get into this. Because we're going to get into this and it's going to go hard and fast. I know it will. Corey hates Christmas.
I do.
Kirsten loves it.
Loves it.
So the point of this episode is let's debate this. Let's debate the holiday. Let's talk about it from is it awesome? Is it not awesome? What are the good things? What are the bad things? And I'm right in the middle. Like, I'm pretty in the middle on it. There's things I love about Christmas, and there's things I fucking hate about it.
There's things that I don't like about it either, but I just think that...
But your good outweighs the bad.
Oh, for sure. And I just think that you can excise the bad parts from your life and just make it glorious. And I'm going to teach you how to do that today for the low price of $9.99. I'm willing to life coach you on how to have dope fucking holidays.
Okay.
So we're
love
giving
this.
opening statements.
Opening statements. Well, we were on the subject of eggnog, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me?
I thought you had something to say about eggnog.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have put extra booze in here. Eggnog, I think, yes. Okay, I will say it is dope, but I think it's only dope because we consume it for 1 month a year. So
There's a limit on it.
if we had eggnog year round, people would not nearly celebrate it as much.
See, that's true, but do you remember? Here, counterpoint. Do you remember when those Cadbury cream eggs were so fucking special because you could only get them for like a month a year? And you'd have like maybe mom would get you like maybe 3, and then one would melt because she hit it on the radiator, and then you'd be down to like. This is a very specific experience.
Yeah.
But and now they're available for like 95% of the year. I don't think there's a time where you can't get a Cadbury egg, and they became less special even though they were the best thing. So I think that it's okay.
I think
Limiting
that-
something does make it more special. Like, we don't celebrate ham. You know, you have that every day, but if you just had it once
I know,
every
but at
once
least-
in a while.
And we should probably celebrate ham because something died for ham. Cadbury cream eggs.
That's true.
They lost their popularity when you actually ate one because they are disgusting. And I don't know why anybody likes Cadbury.
No,
Cadbury
they're so
soda.
I
good.
love to nibble off the top and then suckle out the syrup.
They are so good.
That's a whole nother podcast. I can talk about cream eggs for.
I think we
At
have
least
an Easter
5
cast
minutes.
coming on.
Oh my god. Do you hate Easter too?
Easter is very. I think that's like, it doesn't try hard enough.
No, it's not really anything.
You don't try hard enough. That's how Easter feels.
I mean, somebody read my blog.
That you didn't post.
That's my second blog joke in 20 minutes.
I just saw that Corey signed the guest board. Fuck Christmas.
Oh, you don't.
Signed
You
Corey.
don't think I motherfucking researched the hell out of you? Why do you
Did you research the hell out of him?
Oh,
There's
oh,
nothing happening.
Corey, when did I friggin' add you to Facebook?
True. Oh shit! Yes.
Yeah, that was my game face, boy.
Oh, I thought.
Wait, did you only recently just add him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were
We
Facebook
were-
friends already.
We just
were-
never got around to it or something.
We started out going steady on Instagram, and
Yeah.
then we went full blown
Yeah.
friends on Facebook.
I know. It's so nice. I've been liking his stuff for ages.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we made it official.
Personal connection.
I thought we were just like taking that next step, but really it was just intel over here from Nancy Drew to kind of figure out my
Oh yeah, it means
weaknesses.
nothing. You're getting unfriended right after this. I've got everything I need already.
That's it.
I knew it. I talked about it on someone's episode. That
Oh,
I said
that's
that
very
that
insightful.
it was your episode, I think.
Okay.
That I said that Kirsten would go hard on this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she
yeah, it
would,
was
And then I
that she would
immediately
come
started
prepared.
messaging Sarah. I was like, "Oh, bitch, you know I will." I just became like instantly like a strong, independent
Yeah.
black woman.
So you do Christmas hard. You go all out, eh?
But I mean,
I love the fuck you up. I mean,
Restrain.
but people do Christmas differently, and
Yeah.
like.
We
so
do.
for example, our neighbor Tyler likes to set up his Christmas lights around mid-November, and he religiously does not turn them on. But the second the clock hits 5 p.m. on December 1st, boom.
I appreciate that he
Boom.
waits till December 1st.
Yes.
I appreciate that he does that.
And it's like the house next door to us looks like the Griswolds. Like
Who's
it's,
that?
oh,
What, oh,
Is this Home Alone? Is this Home Alone?
No,
Is this Home
stop.
Alone?
it's
Stop
like
talking.
Christmas vacation with Chevy Chase.
Oh, I mean, I've only seen that like maybe once. Like, I don't really know that movie that
We're
well.
leaving.
yeah.
Hopeless.
Well, maybe I should watch it,
Why don't you just shit in
and
the
then
baby
you can do an
Jesus'
Intoxicated
mouth?
Reviews on it.
We could,
because
but
I've never seen it.
that's a tough movie to make fun of, though, because that would be maybe a top shelf. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
I like the odd Christmas movie. Anyway, sorry, you still had a point about your neighbor.
Yeah, but we don't get as many likes as him, but I feel my Christmas spirit is at least as full as his. We just have different ways. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like to engage in like, I don't like to spend money on bullshit, you know what I mean?
Ooh,
So I'm just slowly accumulating like
So no
lights that I like find at garage sales. Because I think I anticipated that was part of your guys' beef is like the intense materialism.
Yes, big time.
It is, yes.
Because it is very costly to like go all out for Christmas. Like I'm really coveting a Rick and Morty sweatshirt from Spencer's that is like fucking $70. And I'm not gonna pay that for like a shirt that I'm gonna wear once a year. Like that's fucking stupid, you know? And it's probably made out of like polyurethane. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
And the
whatever.
second you sweat in it, it's gonna stank.
Yeah,
Just like Christmas
Ain't
itself.
nobody.
and decorations are pricey.
You know what my dream is in life? Is to have enough money to buy the house on the end of Connaught that has the wonderful Christmas display that everybody in the city goes and bungles up fucking traffic for hours while they look at this beautiful house. I want to have enough money to buy that house and just just light on my front lawn a big middle finger to everybody. That's my dream.
Wow,
Drives by.
Yeah.
wow.
You know what? You put a wreath around that middle finger. That's a fun festive time, and that's your way of honoring the holiday.
Wow. That's intense.
Did we figure out eggnog? Did we move on, or did we just forget it?
Oh, no, I
There's
think
not a small amount of rum in this eggnog,
No, there's not. I just
especially yours.
Yeah,
I've just
I'll
never
just
been a
alcohol.
big like milk person or like
That's fair.
unless it's a
but
milkshake.
that's your biology.
Yeah.
But when else, as an adult, can you justify basically drinking syrup, either in eggnog or in hot chocolate form? Christmas is prime adult syrup drinking time.
It is, which actually leads into health. Like, people get unhealthy in the holiday season, so that's another
true.
down for Christmas.
But then they get reinvigorated. They're like, you know what, this January 1st,
But that's the whole plan,
I'm
right?
really going to get back into
Let's
shape.
make people buy
And then they
food,
just
and then
even out
let's
again.
make them buy gym memberships.
Yep.
It's like, it's all about buying. It comes back to money. That's what I hate about Christmas. It comes back to money.
That's a fair point. But you know what I instated this year? No gifts.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Where's my bell?
It's there. It's behind your chocolate.
Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's great. My family has done that for a number of years now, and it makes it a lot better.
I literally have, because my husband and I, like, my husband asked me over and over again, because you know how, like, it might be a trick question from the wife. Really? No gift? Are you sure, sweetie? Are you sure? Are you going to be mad? Because if you say no gift, I'm not going to buy a gift. I'm not going to have a secret hidden gift in case you have one.
Andrew said, what is clicking? It's the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
It's
like
the crackling fire.
Maybe we should
literally-
turn the crackling fire off.
I thought it'd be good for ambiance.
I'm
It
feeling
probably is very
hot,
annoying.
actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been so relaxing because I literally had one present to shop for because that's the only one I didn't cut off. Mm-hmm. And
Who, your husband?
no, we're not doing Christmas presents for each other this
what's
year.
the gift?
It's my father and stepmother. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Father and stepmother, because it's just like it's fun to have one, but I hate like.
Yep.
We're all adults. We're gonna buy what we need. It's fine. I don't want to mail a bunch of stuff to my sister, and and I just, oh god.
Also, buying gifts for people that you don't know that well, like it doesn't feel
family.
genuine.
Like,
I like
don't-
buying gifts for people I know really well. Like Corey got me a gift today. You should go. Can you go grab it? Can I show people? And this is a personal gift. This is like
That's what
Sarah.
I like. If you
know.
The feeling that I hate the most is wandering through a mall and being like, okay, what can I spend $50 on for this person?
Right.
I hate that. And you can like think of really good gifts where I find like maybe 2 people, but then after that you're just like, okay, what do I spend $50 on for this person? And at that point it's just like, why don't I just buy myself a present?
That's what I'm saying. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to. And if not, just try not to get depressed.
Because for me, Christmas is about sequins.
Yes.
Okay.
Shiny.
Shiny
Glowy lights.
Glowy lights, which are not expensive. You can get these from the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
You can maybe spend like $10 on lights. Mm-hmm. And if you're thrifty like me, you can just raid garage sales all summer and just slowly accumulate oddly matched lights.
It would worry me that they would break and not work though.
No, it's you just be like, hey bud, you got a plug? I don't want to have to return these $2 Christmas
That's a good
lights.
idea.
Yes. Oh, I'm practiced. Look at that.
This is what Corey got me. It's a print from a scene from Lost.
Yeah.
And
I got Sarah nothing.
it's gonna go above my TV. I can't wait.
Done by Jenny Johnson, local Halifax artist.
Yes,
check her stuff
Jenny.
out on Instagram. It's amazing. There's lots of prints if you want to purchase them.
And Jenny, you should watch Mr. Robot and get inspired.
All right, I want to go over some
Okay.
numbers about
Oh.
the consumerism of the holiday. So this is from the National Retail Federation. This was a consumer survey done in 2015. Projected holiday stats of 2016. I couldn't find anything more updated than that.
So good.
And it breaks down spending. So it's projected spending from people on like not necessarily holidays, but occasions. So
Right.
So
Special occasions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Does it-
7,
does it-
8, 9. They gave me 9.
Does it say Christmas specifically though?
It says holidays.
Okay.
Christmas holidays. It says winter holidays technically.
Oh, okay. That narrows it down.
So coming in ninth place is St. Patrick's Day. And this is for the American. This is an American thing. I can find a Canadian one, but
Which I don't do because I'm not racist.
so St. Patrick's Day retail. What would you estimate that they estimate people will spend in total.
In the U.S.
Like total sum of everybody there. Not like average household, but total sum.
Do you mean like in the U.S., like how much is spent?
On St. Patrick's Day? Yeah.
Oh, on St. Patrick's Day?
I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. Just throw out a number because I got 9 of these.
I don't know. I want to go with...
How about I give you the first one just to set up a basis and give you kind of an idea.
What's the GDP of like a smaller nation like Ghana? I would say it's the GDP of Ghana.
$4.4 billion.
What? That seems really high.
Yeah.
That seems low.
I think that seems high for St. Patrick's Day. It's not like you don't get gifts for people for St. Patrick's Day. You just go and get drunk.
Right. Surprisingly, Halloween is 8th.
Apparently that's like the busiest going out day. It's no longer New Year's because people are fed up with trying to get home and the high prices. The biggest going out day is now Halloween.
Wow. 6.9 billion.
6.9 billion. Okay, GDP
for Halloween
of Ghana.
Father's Day is 12.7 billion. Super Bowl is 15.5 billion.
What are you people buying on Super Bowl? Chicken wings?
Yeah, that's it. That's a lot of chicken wings.
So much eating.
Yeah.
All the eating.
And TVs that you're going to smash when your team doesn't win.
Oh. I was way off, by the way. The GDP of Ghana is like 47 billion. I was so excited to be right on that. I was like, yeah, it's going to be 4 billion.
Daniel wants some eggnog saved.
Dan Karen, hi. Oh, yes. I'm going to make you eggplant
nog?
Eggplant nog when you come here in July.
Oh, that sounds like such a vegan thing to make. Eggplant
No, I'll
nog?
make you straight eggnog and we'll sip it. When I come to Montreal and maybe I can be on advice by the fireplace and then I can bring eggnog and we can go like this in front of the mics.
I love this eggnog. I got to say, Kirsten, you did a good job of it.
Thank you. I'm pretty
good
good
back
at
to the stats.
Easter, 16.4 billion. Valentine's Day, $19.7 billion.
That's madness.
Stupid.
That's the stupidest. I will say, I don't like Christmas. I hate Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I wouldn't say I hate it, but I find it pointless. You know,
Pointless.
It's a small grift.
Stupid.
It's a small grift.
We never go out. We make each other a very nice dinner at home. Maybe get some fresh scallops. You know, something we wouldn't normally splurge on.
Seems
and then
like
we
the
just
least sexy food to me.
Yeah.
Scallops doesn't seem sexy at all.
I don't know. They're so squishy and unctuous. You know, it's a very.
Never gonna eat scallops
I just see them as like a really big clitoris. You know. Did
Oh.
I ruin scallops for anybody?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, they smell about the same. All right. Mother's Day, 21.2 billion.
Oh, I sent my mom a card. That's I'm contributing 47 cents to that holiday.
In second place is back to school. So just take this number into consideration. So back to school is 68 billion.
We did spend a lot because that was like the time of year that you would get new clothes.
Backpacks.
Yeah.
You fill your backpacks with all new school supplies.
Yeah.
And get all new clothes. Oh, I used to love back to school. And it was around the time that the fair came to town.
It almost canceled out the horror of having to go back to school.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just be like, oh, great, I can go back to this torture chamber, which I am still receiving therapy for.
For like school, like which age?
I would say like ages like 6 to like maybe 12. Ugh. And that's a long time in little kid years because you're like, this is like the majority of time I've been alive that everyone has hated me.
I would say that my like bullshit started like at puberty age.
Yeah?
Before that I was fine and happy.
Man. No. I have a really good therapist now and she's finally traced it back and she's just kind of like, yeah, I think everything has been from the bullying.
Oh, wow.
This is all originated. And I was like, I'm going to track those motherfuckers down and make them contribute to like a monthly fund being like, you bitches.
Yeah.
Called my shish kebabs shits on dicks.
Wait, whoa, backtrack.
Yeah,
they made shish kebabs to school?
Yeah, in northern Ontario, like my mom. Yeah, so it was bad. They were like, "What are you eating?" And my mom and like we're really poor, so like I didn't even have like real Tupperware. It was always in like a yogurt container. And so I'd just be like eating these shish kebabs, and like other kids would have their Lunchables, and they'd be like, "Oh, what are you eating?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's a shish kebab," and they'd be like, "You're eating shit on a dick."
Oh my god,
which is pretty creative for grade 4.
Kids are ridiculous.
That's a really big shit
Ridiculous.
or a very small dick. Anyway.
And my mom apparently told me a story about how she like came to like my school for some reason. This is actually sad. There's no punchline. Weirdly,
Punch to
like
the
a
gut
lot of my
line.
jokes. And she walked it. She looked at my classroom and saw me, and I was just sitting alone at the head of the class, just like eating my lunch and crying while everybody was there. And she's just like, and I just left you there, and I've regretted it my whole life.
I don't know. That's a pretty good call. Like, yeah, it sucks obviously that you were so traumatized that you're sitting there crying by yourself. But what you don't need is like your mom busting through the doors being like, everything will be okay. You're just like, that's 10 times worse than her just leaving.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
But who knows? Maybe I wouldn't need as much therapy now.
No, they just need to get paid though.
Okay, so we touched on eggnog.
Okay, so
why
we
it's
touched on
great.
everyone, so I want to keep that last number.
Oh, right.
And I want some
back to
guesses.
school. Yeah.
So back to school, 68 billion.
No.
Pretty insane.
The winter holiday season is number one. Guess how many billion?
Winter holiday season.
Winter holiday season. That's
So
what
they made it non-denominator. So this includes Hanukkah,
Yes.
which is actually not a big deal.
I mean, says the non-Jewish person.
I am very racist. My dear. No, but it's like to them, I think it's like the equivalent in excitement of like, I've heard one person told me it was like a notch below Easter.
Oh.
Because it's not even like the big, I think Rosh Hashanah is like the big one.
The big one?
And that's in like, is that September? I don't know. I'm very racist. I don't know.
Just because you're like, I don't know, so it makes me racist.
Because if I don't put that caveat, people will come at me and they'll cancel me. And that
So
would be
what you're
traumatizing.
saying is it's better to jumpstart and just say that you're racist.
Yeah, just get ahead of it.
Yeah,
You know what
just
I mean?
cover the ground.
Get
the
ahead
news
of it.
cycle.
Yeah, I'm not clear on when Rosh Hashanah is. You know,
It's the most.
I might be not saying the right number of sh's in that. Okay, so all holiday spending.
So you said the second biggest one was 68?
Yes. So,
I'm gonna go, and this includes Boxing Day, where people just go bananas.
I guess, yeah.
I want to say 300 billion.
Ooh, that's high.
5 times as much as the next leading holiday.
All right.
I'm gonna say 150.
Dollar? Like you playing Price is Right?
0. No, 200 billion.
Okay, wait. I might want to change this. 300 billion.
What
GDP.
African country are you looking
Yeah,
up now?
I'm looking up a GDP of 300 billion, and I get because I want to guess by GDP. Okay, lists, dollars. Oh, okay, and no country has a GDP of 300 billion. And millions of current international. I can't read this.
Well,
Because
Okay,
we have
anyways.
to consider
All right.
that the rich people are buying presents for there.
we have to assume that. I think that's a pretty good assumption.
Yeah,
we have to assume rich people
but
are doing
when I
Christmas.
heard 300 billion, I thought that was a lot. But then I thought, well, millionaires,
Yeah.
they're buying houses for people for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna guess the GDP of Denmark.
Okay, which is
324 billion.
nice. The answer is 626 billion.
Holy shit!
So
That's like the GDP of Switzerland, son.
they got that Swiss cash.
That's insane.
Yes. So Christmas is drove by consumerism. Super consumerism. Like next level evangelical church.
Put you in a poverty for the next year.
Yes.
Consumerism.
Yeah.
And I think Christmas puts an unfair bias on people that don't have a lot of money to spend on Christmas. Like, I mean, you can always just tell your kid you were naughty this year. I'm sorry.
Poor person, listen to me. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Did you know that?
Poor person listening.
That sounds the most credible when it's shouted from the window of a Lexus.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
A mid-range to high-end car.
Yeah.
I like to try to be unhappy with a bunch of cash. Like, I don't want to just take somebody's word for it.
I know.
Just believe us, darling.
Really?
It's fine. We're
So
not
money
happy.
Money doesn't buy happiness. I'm pretty miserable. Can I have yours? Just try it out.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Oh man. Yeah, it's and there's a lot of pressure to like show the people in your life you care by buying gifts. And that's not the only way to show that you care. And Christmas isn't the only time to show that you care.
Yeah.
All right. That's,
Yeah.
I
You gotta
agree.
suck, you gotta suck a dick other times of the year too.
All the days
Not
of the
just
year.
Christmas.
Same with Valentine's Day. Why do you need?
Wait,
why
I'm
do?
supposed to suck dicks?
Why
Is that
do?
supposed to happen?
Well,
I
why do
think that's how you show
couples?
Oh fuck! I gotta get started then.
Why do couples? Why do couples need a day? That's what my question.
Oh, we
I'm
fully,
bringing it
Are
back
we going to
Val-
Valentine's
I'm
Day?
going to Valentine's
we
Day.
fully,
just
we
quickly.
We know.
We're all team no Valentine's Day. Like we're.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
I don't know. I think it's okay. Well, I think it's fine to have. Well, I don't know. Why isn't that just your anniversary?
Yeah.
I don't know. My husband's just so wonderful. Every day is like Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
You know,
Can I
he's
bring up
watching.
some more stats?
I do.
Ooh, more stats?
Yes. December
Stop
has
moving.
the lowest suicide rate.
What?
It has the lowest suicide rate.
That
How?
seems to only strengthen my argument.
It does, but
Highest depression rate?
no. I don't know. I
Do
didn't
people
look up
kill
the-
themselves before Christmas?
after Christmas? Once you come down from that high, it has the biggest jump in suicide. So, the highest suicide rate, surprisingly, is July, which I'm like, all right.
That's a nice time of year.
And it slowly goes.
You know?
Down, and the suicide rate goes to 85.5. I don't know what this is measured in, by the way. It's just a bunch of numbers, but a huge jump. The suicide rate in 1 month jumps to 91.9.
Can you show the viewers your graph?
I can.
Look at this graph.
So if you note there, the peaks seem to be in the hot months. So I think people just don't like being hot and sticky. They're like, enough of this.
I know, but I
true.
feel like Christmas should be a regulated drug. It is.
Really?
It's emotional highs.
Wait,
leading
you want
to
the
emotional
government in
lows.
charge? You communist? I gotta watch. I gotta get a tissue.
I have a government, especially Republican theory on Christmas as well.
Lord Jumpins. Let's wait for Kirsten to hear that.
Yeah. So
You also came prepared. Did you prepare this for the show, or has this knowledge always been?
Or
Or
this
like
knowledge
if yours-
has been in my brain, but I backed it up with some graphs and some figures, and I have some. I have, like I said, I've prepared a
Case against Christmas.
Yes. So
A
I
case
have. We're
against
just, this is the tip of the iceberg,
Christmas.
folks. I have articles. I have stories.
Just graphs,
Yeah.
case studies.
So I will mash my consumerism with of Christmas to the current Trump administration. Stay with me.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas. Does anybody know why Santa Claus wears red and white? I think it's a pretty well-known thing, but
Coca-Cola?
yes, Coca-Cola.
Really?
Yes, Coca-Cola are
Created
the
Santa
first
Claus.
people. They didn't create Santa Claus, but well,
I thought
he
that was
more
just
from safety.
convenient marketing they were taking advantage of.
No, he first appeared in his red and white in a Coca-Cola ad, and that has just been adopted as Christmas, and very much so.
shit. That's why in the Muppet Christmas Carol, he's not wearing red and white. He's
Well,
wearing that green robe. Muppets.
there you go.
It's
There you go.
historically accurate. Goddamn.
And so white and red became like the colors of Christmas, and then you incorporate the tree.
Chris Halef
and
is
that's
dead
how-
to us.
That's
Sorry. Just shouting out to our fan, Carl.
Christmas
number one fan,
Halef
Carl
did
Barnett.
not make it today.
Christmas Halef.
Yeah, the green came from the Christmas tree, and those became the primary Christmas colors. I think that red and white has now been used as almost a brainwashing mechanism to say, this is the thing you like. And if I can go into the story, I don't have to pull up the article, but does anybody remember the Starbucks cup fiasco of a few years ago?
Didn't they say like "fuck Jews" or something on the cup?
That was it. That's exactly what happened.
I remember that. It was not a good move. I don't know how that got past.
So, the Starbucks Christmas cup controversy. So, Starbucks, being a forward-thinking company,
Oh no.
and would always put out their Christmas cup year after year, decided that, you know what? Christianity is not the only religion, and especially a holiday religion. You have Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa. We're going to take off anything that represents Christmas, being like Santa Claus and chimneys and whatever, stockings, whatever. And we're just going to do a red cup that goes from one color red to another. It's like brick to like cranberry. There was a amazing Thank you. More eggnog.
It's actually so delicious.
It is amazing.
Continue ranting against Christmas. Drink delicious eggnog.
The first documented backlash from the right wing was a video titled "Starbucks removed Christmas from their cups because they hate Jesus. So I pranked them and they hate it." And this sparked an outrage. And by the way, the prank was literally a guy went into Starbucks and somebody asked him what his name was, and he said Merry Christmas, and then he taped the whole thing. So he's like, I made them say Merry Christmas. And the right wing's like, yeah, you're a patriot. Let's put a statue up next to fucking somebody who killed Native Americans. Anyway, so basically there was this huge backlash, and Trump used this to say that Starbucks and liberals were waging a war on Christmas.
Right.
And that they're trying to get rid of Christian values, which the president's supposed to be non-denominational, I think, but well, I mean, America is definitely not.
I don't know, but I think pretty much every president has been pretty religious.
Yeah, but they're supposed to separate church and state, but you'd never get voted.
They don't even separate fucking bribes and state. You know?
And also, Trump wasn't president at this time. He was just campaigning. And then what colors did he use to represent his grand idea for America? Red and white, MAGA hats, like make America great again. Christmas is the new Crusades. And if you know what the Crusades were, it's basically the Catholic Church going all over the world, killing people and forcing their opinions of Christianity on top of them.
Incorrect. I believe it was Indiana Jones trying to get the Holy Grail.
That was the last crusade.
Are you talking about the First Crusade?
So I think this is the new weaponization of religion is Christmas. It's
holy shit. That's the thing. I don't think it's religious anymore, because I know people who are intensely Christmassy, and yet it's never been associated with religion for me. And what it was just the time that my family got together. And of course, when you're little, presents are fucking dope. But honestly, even as a little kid, my favorite part was getting together, having this big meal, having like the turkey and the gravy, and even like the gross Christmas pudding that I hated eating. Like I still looked forward to that.
Right.
You know, and just like all and it was cold outside, but you'd be all warm and together inside. And it was like the one time a year everybody got together.
And as you grew older, it started involving like alcohol and celebrating and having a good time, right?
My family have never been drinkers.
Okay.
Yeah, it was never about drinking for my family either. But
Jesus, somebody fall into my trap. One of you just fall into my trap.
That is a thing for a lot of...
Then you are actually celebrating what Christmas plagiarized is a Roman festival called Saturnalia, which is basically a festival in Rome where they would... Around this time, around the 25th, for a week, they would party, they would drink. It basically was like the purge, but friendlier. Like everybody get together. Their slaves would be freed to party as they would like, and everybody would get together, be merry, drink, and basically were a lot lenient on laws. So. And Christmas adopted that into their own celebration of Christ, who was not technically born.
How we got Boxing Day. Just some light murder is possible.
So technically, Christmas plagiarized Saturnalia.
But everything's a big plagiarism of everything. Like there's this great sequence in Religulous by Bill Maher. Have you guys seen that one?
No.
It's really interesting. Like Bill Maher's kind of a butthole, but he's like really fucking smart. And he made this whole movie, and then he went through how like every religion, he's like, my religion's made up, and people are like, no, it really happened. And then he just goes through how just like, hey, guess what? Like the prophet so-and-so from this religion was born on December 25th. Sound familiar? Because that is like Christianity. And then the prophet from this religion also happened to be resurrected on the first weekend of April. Sound familiar? Oh, so also Christianity. Everything's a plagiarism of everything.
I mean, except the first thing, right?
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, it's a bad thing.
Why?
Because I'm trying to make a case.
You came in with some interesting facts. I didn't know a lot of that.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
I learned something tonight.
My hate is driven by education.
It doesn't change the fact that I still like sparkly things.
Yeah, my therapist
mean-
keeps telling me that, like, I don't know if you're mentally ill, but I do think that you're thinking way too much. It's not helping you.
I feel like
You're smart, and it's a
I would love to
problem.
get a therapist on this show. And I'd love to for free. Like I wouldn't.
Oh,
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Like, or just someone
like
I
a
know
first
who
year,
could.
like,
I'm like on the verge of
psychology
proposing
student.
a podcast with my therapist because she was like, she's like,
God.
I should record these. You just bring
What
out
are you give her my
bring
fucking.
out the worst in me.
Ask her if she'll come on. Ask her if she'll come on sometime.
Oh,
I would
man.
love to have her. I would love. She'd have a field day.
Oh, she would.
Field
That's
day.
a phrase that men can't use.
Field day?
Field day?
No, I'd love to have her. When you're just like, I'd love to have her. I was like, can't say
I
that.
don't know, but maybe you can say I'd love to have him.
I could probably say that. I'm behind on dicks, so.
Oh man. Okay.
yum.
So now that we're still on the negative, we're gonna wrap up. I have some questions for Corey.
Okay.
Did you always hate Christmas? Like even as a kid?
No, I did not always hate Christmas.
Okay, what was the turning point? Because for me it was chlamydia. But what was yours?
What?
I mean,
Christmas chlamydia?
Yeah, I got Christmas chlamydia.
I like how you throw that out there. Like my story means anything now. Like people are just like, yeah, whatever, buddy. Like get through that.
But you've gotten chlamydia other times of the year, so I don't think that's
No,
fair.
only once.
So somebody obviously didn't wrap their gift to you.
Hey!
We made jokes being like, we already got each other something. We don't need gifts.
It was re-gifted too.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That is just uncouth.
Oh, I should just leave. Those were my two best jokes of the day. When did I? It was gradual. It wasn't. It was kind of like. I think eventually it was just kind of like living with a bunch of dudes. When I moved away from home, and I was like, oh, like they would go home for Christmas, and I would go home sometimes, but it'd be like, I don't really have to do anything now. I don't have to put up a tree. I don't have to put up decorations. I can just kind of live my life and just get drunk for no other reason than I have friends around. Like, I don't know.
Right. Because
And-
you like that aspect of it. You like to get drunk with your friends, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I like to get drunk with friends. It just
In
happens
general.
that they're more accessible during
They're
the
more
Isn't it
holidays.
more Christmassy during the holidays? Like a nice Christmassy hangover? You watch Christmas movies? when
Oh,
you're
we can start on
hungover?
Christmas movies. Christmas movies are the worst abomination, and they make so much money. Don't get me wrong. There are good Christmas movies, but if we're going percentage-wise, the fail rate on those is like 95%.
But that's true of like all movies.
I wouldn't say that.
You're like the people that say like, oh, you know, women aren't funny. Like I saw a lineup of like 10 guys and there was one lady and the one lady and 4 of the guys weren't funny.
You have been reading my Facebook.
I have. I know everything about you. And therefore, women just aren't funny because you like have seen like a minority and maybe you're like biased
By the way, I
against
love
them.
women
Really
comedians.
good, really good counterpoint.
But
Yeah, you do, and I appreciate that about you.
yeah, thank you.
That you, because not all guys.
Funny
there's
is funny.
A lot of guys don't
Funny's funny.
like.
If an alien came down.
Oh,
and
when
told
I
you-
first met my husband, I remember I was like, oh my God, Kathleen Madigan is going to be headlining Comedy Works. Can we go? I've never, ever seen a woman headline a comedy show. This was like 10, maybe 12 years ago before I was doing comedy. And he was like, I don't really find Braj funny. And get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
It's great.
Like it was really, yeah. And then, oh no, maybe it was just 10 years ago, but it wasn't that long ago. And now I got him so well trained because he was out to dinner with some friends and they were like, hey, would you actually find your wife funny? And he was like, yeah, there are a lot of funny women in comedy, like Sarah Silverman, Wanda Sykes, and Eliza Schlesinger, and Amy Schumer, and he's so good. Michelle Wolf.
Oh, love her.
Wanda Sykes. I love Wanda Sykes. You stupid motherfucker. Anyway, I do that impression all the time on the podcast. On InTalksicated Reviews, people should listen.
Was
Anyway.
that Kathy Griffin?
No, it was
You
Wanda
stupid
Sykes.
motherfucker.
No, but I do get your point. Nice into the female comedian thing, but I will say the bad Christmas movies though are successful. That's the problem. Like Netflix.
That's what irritates you.
Yes. Netflix inundated me this year beyond any other year. There was like 20 put on. I'm like, oh, these are all shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've only watched 19 of them.
The
But-
Social Network, Transformers, The Phantom Menace. There are other non-Christmas movies that are horribly, objectively terrible, that
They
are
are.
incredibly successful.
But I think the success rate for like big budget action movies, oh God, I'm really stepping in it, are better than Christmas movies. Because name me 10 good Christmas movies.
Oh my God, it's on the Okay, A Muppet Christmas Carol, the Griswold Family Vacation.
Family
Vacation. Miracle on
Vacation.
34th Street.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
shut your mouth. The Muppet Christmas Carol, possibly the greatest
You just said that
Christmas
one,
movie of all time. I can say it twice. It's so good.
I'm not going to count it twice.
So good. Die Hard.
Yeah, I'll give you Die Hard. Even though you're floundering
I'm
on
trying to
4.
think, A Christmas Carol, the original. That one's like spooky and it's in black and white. I think it's from like the 40s or something.
You like,
So
and
two
it's in black and
versions of
white.
A
Like that was
Christmas
a
Carol.
decision. And
Two versions of A Christmas Carol.
You can't just keep saying Christmas, like different
Yeah.
iterations
I'm like,
of Christmas
also
Carol.
the one from the
It's the
70s.
one story that's been redone, like original. And like I can give some too. Like Elf is amazing.
Oh, yes.
A Christmas Story is amazing.
Yeah.
We said
You
one
realize
more.
we're up to 7, right?
I know it with help, but I'm saying
But
it's
because
hard to get
I
to-
don't have an index of all the greatest Christmas movies ever, and I should have said Elf. I fucked up. I'm sorry, but you are right, son. We're getting up there at what? We're getting up there at 10. Let's do a Christmas dozen.
Everybody's passing over the greatest Christmas movie of all time, which is Reindeer Games. But
8.
That's 8. But and I'm surprised you haven't chimed in with Prancer, which I don't want to put on the list, but I will, and I will say that's 10. But that took a lot to get 10.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Holiday.
Yeah,
Love
but that
Actually.
was before Christmas.
The Holiday.
No.
Joking. I know.
It's not. It's both a Christmas and Halloween movie. It's very unique because they gear up to like take over Christmas. So the Christmas or the holiday takes place, or the movie takes place actually during Christmas, and they just released Santa in time to save Christmas.
That's true. You said Love Actually.
I didn't say Love Actually.
No,
I do
she
not
said
support
it.
that.
Yeah, we talked about
I
this.
do not either.
We talked about this last year.
That is...
So, and oh my God, what about like some of the classics? Like, you know, the old ones that would air, like Frosty the Snowman, like, you know, the ones that air on
Claymation
CBC?
doesn't count. Those ones are... Those
Or
are
what
terrible.
about Fool of the World?
I don't even know what that is.
You should watch it. It's
of
so
the
beautiful.
world.
I think it is claymation. No, but it's sincerely, it is sincerely so good, and it's an off the radar type Christmas movie. And I don't think it explicitly references Christmas because it was old Russian folktale. But I would always watch it at Christmas, and it's like beautiful snowy Russia.
I
And
would
there's
actually
like a big food scene, and so it's very Christmassy, and there's like presents and stuff, and like. There's like a czar, and there's flying in like a ship, which is kind of slutty. You know, it's Christmassy.
Nice.
There, that's
I
like
also love The
11
Holiday.
Christmas movies.
The Holiday.
Okay.
With
so we're
Kate
saying
Winslet.
we could name... Donnie makes me watch that every fucking year.
What do you think of The Holiday?
It's fine. It's whatever.
A Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, now you're proving my
Well,
point, right?
and then also
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you guys ever watched it?
Yeah,
I watched it to like do like a comedy bit on it, and holy tits, it's hard to get through. There's this great cooking segment that Chewbacca's family has.
With B. Arthur? Is it? No, she's
I can't remember.
Anyway, yeah.
But this full cooking segment for like, and they do it. Food of the world.
Brittany, Fool of the World.
Yeah, Scott McClane.
A movie about Scott McClane.
Good job, Brittany. Good burn.
But
It's a great
seriously,
one.
Brittany, search Fool of the World on YouTube. You won't be disappointed.
I'm very curious about that.
Sorry, you were mid.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, but then you also get into like the TV Christmas specials.
Yeah,
which can be fun.
But what I'm saying is, yes, but this is kind of a small sample size of literally every year at Christmas we get arguably close to 20 Christmas movies, and maybe every 4 years you get a passable one.
Right.
When was the last good Christmas movie? Elf, probably. Like,
Fair. Very fair.
I don't know if that's really fair though, because think about like how many major blockbuster movies, like big ones that are released in the theaters, comparable to Christmas movies. How many of those per year over a 12-month period are like really friggin' classic, amazing movies? I'd say maybe 1 to 2.
Yeah, but at least I think at least
And not
with
like
big...
something that's gonna fucking win for like lighting or some shit at the Oscars. I mean like really like people will watch this in 50 years and be like, damn, this is dope as Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay, I do.
Is
I
really
will
good.
say I hate the Transformer movies. I haven't watched probably the last 3 of them. But
I'm upset that you've watched one.
I mean,
literally
I'm
remember
a
turning
bit
one
of a
on
baby.
and I'm looking, I'm like, are they just airing a terrible video game? what is this? Is that a car or somebody's friend? What's happening?
And those movies are terrible, but a lot of money and a lot of special effects and a lot of moving parts go into that. They try, as ill will and as stupid and as macho as they are, they try. Christmas movies, they're like, here's 50 grand, film
Make
something,
shitty.
and then, yeah, they give you some like, oh, this girl, she lost her brother this Christmas, so we're going to invite her Christmas dinner.
But
Who's that
she's
across
gonna
the
find
table?
love.
That's a very stable man that she has to get with because, okay, wait, I want to say, this just,
So worked up. I love it. I love
the
it.
Santa
I
Claus,
still love Christmas, you guys.
the Santa Claus
Love it
2 could be the worst
the
movie of all
Santa
time.
Claus was really good.
Santa Claus,
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Yeah, there we go. Another good one. But
We're up to like 14
does
now.
anybody remember the plot of the Santa Claus 2?
No.
No, absolutely not.
So Tim Allen,
Was it that I think it was Santa got like too fat to Christmas?
no, he got two
What?
Tim
fat to
Allens at
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh no.
He was reverting back. He was reverting back to Tim Allen. And it's like, you can't do Christmas because you don't have a Mrs. Claus. So you need to go out in the world and convince a woman to be Mrs. Claus in a very finite period of time so they can save Christmas.
Can you imagine Tim Allen on a dating app being like, you need to blow me or the Christmas?
Basically, yeah. And then he goes on a date with like Molly Shannon,
I
and
would
then he's
fully
like,
do it, by the
she's
way.
too Christmas. Like, and it's basically gets to the end where they like, there's another like robot Santa that he has to overthrow because it's going to give all the kids coal, and he finally like defeats him. He's like, okay, Christmas is back on. And he's like, oh no, I can't do Christmas. I still haven't found my Mrs. Claus. And he has this poor woman with him. And he's like, will you marry me? And it's basically like her being like, if I say no, I ruin Christmas for the world's children. Like, that's the most shotgun
Holy
wedding of all time.
shit.
It's like, fuck your dreams and desires. Maybe she wanted to be a lawyer. It's like,
People
no.
have gotten married for worse reasons.
How do you say no to, like, you like, you know what? I
Do you have
just
any
couldn't
idea
marry him. And
how
then,
many weddings I've attended where this is like getting a sad cliche where the bride's father has been dying, literally like dragging like a canister, divorce like 16 months later. I've been to 3 of those weddings. I swear to God.
Oh, just like the marriage, like, so my father can see me get married.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on marriage, but
That's a podcast for another time.
it is. But yes,
I love marriage.
You're both married.
I love being married. It's so secure. We have a king-size bed. We rarely touch each other. Except for when I'm ovulating.
yeah.
Is there anything you
Wonderful.
like about it? Anything at all?
Christmas?
Anything.
You love eggnog.
I like eggnog.
You like about
But I wouldn't like it
a paltry 14 movies that are endlessly rewatchable.
Yeah, but I don't need to watch my Christmas. I can watch reindeer games any day of the week.
I like to do that when I'm not feeling Christmassy enough in July. No, I'll seriously just low-key have like the Christmas mix on my iPod
mean, that
in like
is-
July.
That's because you're feeling down in the dumps because July has the highest suicide rate. So
I know, and I gotta make it
July.
back till Christmas.
Are those stats up to date?
that's of 2000. Oh, I don't know. I don't. Who knows? Why?
I'm just curious.
I don't know if suicide has that much of a like leaning pie chart. Like, it's just like,
But I mean, the world is overpopulated. Is that
is,
really a bad argument? Is that a good argument?
suicide rats.
That sounds like a good name for a band.
I know what else is Christmas movie? Harry Potter. Hear me out.
Okay.
Although the only time there is really, I think there's like a good 3 or 4 Christmas scenes in the whole series. But the only time that I have time to rewatch the series is usually at Christmas. So it has transformed. It's also the one movie that my family consistently agrees upon.
Really?
So we marathon Harry Potter pretty much every year.
I used to marathon Lord of the Rings around Christmas time when it was a thing.
I do that when I'm sick. That's my sick movie.
Ooh, I love Lord of the Rings. Still love it.
Me and Mike McQueen one time got really drunk on a friend of ours, Donnie's birthday, and we passed out. Like Mike was like, we passed out on a pull-out couch because we were hammered, and Mike was like, "Hey, can you? Do you mind if I put on a movie just to go to sleep to it or not?" And he put on Two Towers, and I just remember waking up and it was like blaring. Like, I just woke up hangover, like, and it was like the DVD screen, and just like playing this music super loud. And I'm just like, don't really remember how I got there, and it's like Mike McQueen's next to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why were we in bed together watching Lord of the Rings, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what's fucked up about Lord of the Rings? For like such a massive endeavor, like if you've ever read the books, they're friggin' big, and I had them read aloud to me when between the ages of like 11 and 13. Took 2 years. Parents were very dedicated, and then you never really meet the villain. You just kind of go to his house and you're like, oh, Sauron's gonna be there. And then it's just freaking Gollum being like, oh, my precious.
That's true.
It's like going to someone's house, like Bruce Wayne's house, and it's just Alfred, which is great.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Which is great.
He's
You're
a
kind of
war
like,
hero.
You're
Come
like,
on.
Batman. Batman, you were supposed to be here, at least Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Even Bruce Wayne would be cool because he's a billionaire.
I know. He might be in one of his moods, though.
Yeah.
You know, whenever he's interacting with the common folk, he always seems to be like in a mood, like, I have to Batman later. I have to save my fucking essence or my chi, which is a euphemism for jism.
Wow, I need to center mine.
Yeah, someone told me. Who told me that if you're married, you should save your chi for your wife? Someone said. Dr. Drew. I've been listening to Dr. Drew lately.
Interesting. He was one of the people on the Masked Singer, which I'm obsessed with.
Masked Singer.
I've been doing a lot of YMH lately, so I'm not, and then I've like rabbit holed right into Dr. Drew. Super into Dr. Drew.
I just don't watch anything anymore.
I lumped him in with Dr. Phil, who I think is a lunatic.
I love Dr. Phil.
I don't know. I don't trust Dr. Phil.
I don't either.
But Dr. Drew. Can buy what he's selling. Yeah.
Okay, Kirsten, you have the floor. You said that you do Christmas right, so how do you...
Wait, before... Sorry, can I cut that off? I think the listeners really want to know the chlamydia story.
Oh, I just...
Oh, yeah, loop back to that.
Yeah, just...
Well, there was
that's not a loose thread, like, out in the universe.
2 Christmases that made me hate Christmas. The first one was the chlamydia Christmas with my boyfriend.
Where Robbie Vino gave you chlamydia.
Wasn't Robbie Vino. I won't name this nail podcast host.
I'm going to get it out
of another podcast.
Oh, yes. I know. I was like, I knew who it was. I was like, he had a podcast. And I was like, oh, I do know his podcast.
Got chlamydia
and
from a long-term boyfriend, by the way.
Oh,
like we were dating like a year.
No.
So that was a rough Christmas. That was not good. But the worst Christmas.
I assume that's when you also found out that you can get chlamydia from toilet seats.
No, they were like either he cheated on you or you've had it a long time.
Did he ever admit it?
No.
Oh, what a fucking loser!
Well, I mean, obviously it was like I didn't cheat on you. That's what cheaters say.
What do you mean?
What
obviously? Do you think this chlamydia just fucking manifested? Did I manifest chlamydia?
Yeah.
So he went. Well, he went with the I had it before I was with you. And then...
And you just never got it...
That's what he went with. That's what he went with.
I want to confront him for you.
I know, it's very fucking... The other bad Christmas was my breakup Christmas, though, with that boyfriend. The next year we broke up.
That sounds like a good Christmas,
on December 19th, by the way, which is coming up soon. So my 9-year single-versary will be in 4 days.
Well, imagine if you were with him. By now you'd have, like, gonorrhea and herp and, you know...
True. But that Christmas I was very sad, but I also spent it in my basement watching Breaking Bad for the first time. So some good things came out of it.
Why would you be
I once got dumped on Valentine's Day when I was just came out of a coma, and that's a true
You
story.
would just come out of a coma?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was like, I wasn't expecting you to pull through.
Yeah. I made plans, so
This is awkward. So yeah, we can't spend it together. I didn't think you were going to work.
yeah. Somebody gave me a little piece of paper that had Tim Allen that said "Be my Valentine," and it's.
And I was holding your hand, and I said, squeeze my hand if you want me to move on and live a full life. You didn't squeeze, but I felt you wanted to, and so I just, the other hand, I just got right on Tinder,
Oh my gosh. Okay, Kirsten, you have the floor now about how do you do it?
Okay, step 1. Eliminate gifts. You guys have been harping on the whole commercialism of Christmas. I'm against it. I hate Boxing Day because I think people are just programmed to go and shop that day and buy things that they can't afford. I don't find the sales are good anymore. They were like, I don't know, I don't want to age myself, but 20 years ago. Now it's just I find Black Friday is a lot better. And what you should do is think all year about what you really want. Like my husband has been nagging me for approximately 5 years for a television. Finally gave him the go-ahead about 3 months ago.
The gift of you can do this.
Yeah, the gift
of approval.
Yeah, where I was like, look, with your own money, you can buy us the new television.
I love that. Well, you also get it benefits you having the TV too.
But we already have a TV, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, but I want a fucking bigger one, and I'm like, I don't know, with this one, I can just put glasses on. This one's fine. We're fine. We just gotta squint a little in the bedroom. It's fine. I just watch Simpsons up there anyways. I don't need to see. I already have it memorized. But get rid of the commercialism. I don't go out Boxing Day. The one thing I will do, sometimes I'll online shop, so I just subscribe to like all my favorite things, and if I see something I really need, like I'm waiting for the Boxing Day sale to get a volumizing potion from Aveda.
I love the is it the
so
volumizing
good.
tonic?
Yes.
I love that.
In a little green
shit.
spray bottle. So good.
It's great.
And so what I do is I pre-decide on what I need so I don't impulse buy. And what else do I do? This is new this year. I have agreed with my whole family, save my father, that we're not exchanging any gifts. And I can't tell you how relaxing it is.
Oh, it's so much better.
Not to try to figure out
so much better
what to get for people.
Yeah, it's so much less stressful.
And I'm actually, since I'm just shopping for literally one gift this year, I'm having such a fun time doing it because it's no stress. I can like go and look at one little shop and then another one because it's just one
you can
gift.
take your time with it.
Yes.
What about, have you ever done Secret Santas with your family? Like where you do only get one?
We were initially going to do that, but then my family bailed on coming out here because traveling at Christmas does suck. I'll give you that.
It does.
It does. So they were supposed to, but when they were coming, we were going to do a Secret Santa where we all just got. And my family had a lot of pushback initially, but then I presented my argument for why we should step away from the materialism. The big thing that I do, I've already planned my menu for Christmas. I start planning for the 23rd through to the 26th.
My sister did this too because she's hosting Christmas.
And I've already gotten the pre-approval from my husband. We know what we're eating. A couple weeks in advance.
Is that not stressful? Like, why? Here's, counterpoint to the food thing. What's
come over?
The need for all the food. That's also pretty, like, I agree.
Don't look at me. I hate Christmas.
I agree that I love food and I love, like, turkey dinner. There's no need for, like, so many sweets and so many, like, different meals. Like, our family does, like, multiple meals. Like, we'll do Christmas Eve dinner. We'll do Christmas dinner. And then Boxing Day dinner. Like, literally, it's three big dinners to prepare for.
To help out the argument, even though I feel like I'm crossing the picket lines here. I think it's Christmas.
We're cracking through that hard M&M outer shell of yours.
Caramel M&M.
To get through to this.
Caramel M&M.
I'm suckling the hard candy right off of you. We're going to get to your creamy center.
I think it's maximizing your family when they have the time to maximize. That's why you have these big...
Yeah, because
I'll
it's
be
the one
honest.
time that everyone can get together, and also it's the time that I have to spend the whole day in the kitchen. And I'm someone, I love to host, I love to cook for people. It's how I show my love.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like to do little things. Like I like to make sure that, like, oh my god, I know that, like, Nancy, my mother-in-law, shout out. She doesn't know how to use the internet. She will never see this.
Sweet.
I know that she loves date pinwheel cookies, so I gotta make those for her. And I know that my little buddy, my little husband, he loves it when I put tangerine peel into the cranberry sauce. I like doing those little things.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little zest, a little tangerine zest.
Corey, you just broke his mind.
Can I counterpoint yet?
Yes.
Any of this? You guys are now describing Diet Christmas, which is an amendment to. Oh wow, where's the guy on Twitch? She just burped on. Oh yeah, he's been after for a while. Just look back at some other live streams. We got the guy who wants women to belch.
We're looking at opening up our marriage if anyone is interested in a woman who can burp nearly on command.
So I am not. So you're trying
Diet Christmas.
Diet Christmas. You're like, the gift thing. We're not doing the gift thing. We're doing this. We're changing it.
It's Christmas light.
Yeah, why? But it's not Christmas light because it is rejecting
You know what I hear?
commercialism.
You know what I hear? I hear like Hitler had a few good ideas. Christmas is
I'm
Christmas.
not saying he didn't. He probably would have done a lot of arts funding. He liked painting.
Even Light Christmas pushes the Christmas agenda.
It's still you're still obligated to do the things. Yeah.
But it's just you're supporting Christmas. And what I want is a full shutdown of Christmas. The Grinch got very close and then he pussied out. Scrooge also a defactor. But I am steadfast that we need to do away.
Wait, so yeah, you want to be Scrooge, and like he's a real bummer. I don't know if
He's
you've
rich,
seen that
though.
movie. I don't know, but he's a bummer. Like his house is all cold and shit. You know?
I mean, I was gonna say something. Just I can't say. I'd be canceled. No, I'd be canceled.
No
I'd
one's
be
watching.
canceled.
No,
I'd be canceled.
Zero
Sure
viewers. I bought weed from y'all once.
Wow.
Who's that?
Bend over. I think that's a real name.
Did I sell weed? Well, it's very enterprising of me. I once tipped somebody in dabs. I didn't know what it was, but I was like, "Hey, I understand you enjoy marijuana. Here's some gift of dubs." And I asked the guy who gave it to me, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, entrepreneur." He lived downstairs from me. I was like, "Do you offer a gift wrap option?" It's amazing anyone sold to me. I seem like a narc. Hi, can you gift wrap this? Do you think I can bring it to the mall?
I don't think I've ever sold weed to anybody. So
What's
I
the
don't
statute
know.
of limitations? I used to sell weed.
7 years, I think.
Okay. We used to sell weed like quite a bit. I used to sell it like in school and then like 10 years ago.
Oh, so maybe this is someone from your past.
Maybe. But then I decided to sell porn instead of weed in high school. And that was...
What?
He did.
I sold porn in...
Coma, porn, weed.
There's a lot. There's a lot of
Basically,
layers to Corey.
Very quick story. And you can listen to the full story on our Patreon exclusive episodes. When
You
I
know
talk
what you
about
should
it.
have done? Christmas themed porn. That would have sold well.
I didn't make the porn. Let's not. I basically all my friends just started selling weed, and I was like, okay, the market's oversaturated. So
A businessman from the beginning.
that's it. So I was like, you know what I'll do? I had a friend that worked at a video store, and I would get those long 6 hours. This is before the internet. That to date myself, where the internet was in its infantile stages, and I used to get a 6-hour long play blank tape, and I would rent 3 porn movies that were around 2 hours because they had storylines back in the day. And I would tape 6 hours of porn onto one tape, and I would sell it for $25 a pop out of my locker at school. Yeah.
That's not insane.
Yeah. And I made a killing. Yeah.
Okay, well, did you sell it only men, or were there someone who were like, I don't like?
No, it was only men. I gotta say, it was only men. Horny teen guys,
Yeah, I guess women weren't sexually.
the only other
empowered
option
then.
was literally hidden porn in the woods that you would find, and it's I just knew there was a market out there.
That is so weird. What was with hiding porn in the woods? Was it just like you were sprinkling goodwill around?
I mean, I used to do it.
Or was it like squirrels who were just like, I'm going to remember where I put this?
It was mainly my mom is the nosiest woman known to man and searches my room all the time, so I'm just going to hide it in the woods.
I feel like if I had a child, if I had a male child, I would pre-buy his porn. I'd be like, this is what's acceptable to masturbate to.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I just wouldn't
Is
want
there
him to.
acceptable porn to masturbate to? It's all
Well, it's also teaching boys.
I don't know. If you're watching, say, rosebudding or something, I don't know. That can't be healthy.
What is
What's rosebudding?
What? That's when a woman deliberately prolapses her anus.
Oh God!
Stay with us. Stay with us.
Merry Christmas.
It's festive. I think I saw a Christmas themed one.
And then what happens?
Well, she pushes her anal cavity out of her butthole, so it does look a little bit like a rose blooming.
How does that?
Very dangerous. I think you just have like a lot of anal sex, and then prolapses are something that happens when you have a lot of anal sex. And if you're a professional porn worker, then your butthole might be the ligaments just go, and if it's plopping out anyways before you have the surgery to fix that, might as well capitalize on it.
I'm on board with finding acceptable porn because I've told this story before. My first viewing of a porno movie fucked me up for a while on how sex happens.
This is another great.
That's the thing. I would like a
story.
realistic depiction. Like I just want like kissing like on the mouth hole.
Yeah.
And like you gotta you can't just jam it in
You
there.
kiss during sex? Weird.
Well, not if my husband not if my husband has anything to say to it.
Corey's first time seeing sex was jarring.
So my first time
I
watching
feel like
porn,
you were there.
No, I've just heard the story many times.
I've told it so many times, but I probably told it on the podcast. But I was like, we're staying at, I won't even say we're staying, but I was like home alone, and I was like, I want to watch a movie. And then I knew that I was like, I'll go up in this guy's room and see
how
what
old?
movies he has. I think I was like 7.
And who was this guy? Were you
Well, I
just
can't
did
say
you have
his
roommates?
name. No, we were visiting people.
Okay, so that's a normal situation.
Yeah.
No longer concerned.
So I was being like a nosy kid that was 7 and left alone in a house by myself.
That doesn't seem wise.
Yeah, I know, but it was the 80s. So I just ran out. I was like, I watch all these movies. And I was like, there's a VCR up in this room. So there was a tape already in there. So I just hit play. And it cuts in. And it's a guy in like this kind of dark room and 2 women.
2.
And I remember he's like, okay, like, I guess I don't remember because I was like, he said like time to have sex, but it was something.
Nothing gets me wetter than time to have sex.
And then so he takes.
Now I can finally prove to my husband that is a reasonable thing to say.
Time to do it.
Time to engage in coitus, lover.
So there's 2 naked women. So they basically lie on the ground, and then he
Not even a bed.
No, it had to be on the ground. It had to be on the ground. It's
no.
You'll see. So then he grabs one of the lady's legs and props her butt, her shoulders and back and neck are on the ground. And he props it up, and then the other one shimmies over, and they go butt to butt, but their necks are on the ground, and they're kind of making a pyramid. And then he takes his wang out, and he starts dipping it into back and forth into vagina, in their vaginas. And I was like,
dip.
And I remember as and this is my first this is sex. And I was
like a fun dip.
Yeah. And then I remember my the wheels turning in my brain being like, I don't know if I can get 2 girls to do this at once. I was like, I wonder if the other one would be cool if I just propped her up against the wall and did it that way. And it's just and then I saw sex again and I was like, that makes much more sense.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was my first.
See this picture? I hope they had sound effects bloop.
Blup, blup, blup.
I have one more piece. of.
Is it Christmas related?
It is Christmas related.
Okay. We have a half hour of your time left. We gotta
I know,
get to more
I know.
Christmas.
I know.
Okay, what's your Christmas?
My last point to point out is racism. I'm gonna play the race card now. And being half black, I will. So.
Wait, you're half black?
Yes. And I want to get the name correct because of reasons, but the legend.
You're the racist one.
The story of Wazati Pitt, and Wazati Pitt is Black Peter, and Black Peter.
What?
Black Peter is part of the legend of Saint Nicholas. And with the legend of Saint Nicholas, originally, I think it may be Dutch in origin and Spanish.
Travis has, I think, a whole bit about this.
Yeah.
In his stand-up.
So the idea is originally the idea was Santa Claus represented a Christ-like figure in Christianity, and Black Peter was a spawn of like Satan or the devil, and they were kind of opposing forces. One being a jolly white man, and one being a tall, skinny black gentleman.
Who you can't trust.
If you were naughty, if you were nice, obviously Saint Nick showed up and gave you a nice little present, not yours. And then, but Black Peter would give you coal or he would smack you.
One or the other.
Yeah. And if that was
a mystery.
If that wasn't
I thought he'd come by and just lecture you on like, equality or white privilege.
But also, if that wasn't bad enough being, hey, the black gentleman's evil and will give you evil things and hit your children, and the white man is the white savior that if your kids are nice, you get to hang out with white people. Later, he became a depiction of Santa's slave, as in the guy who did the shit that Santa didn't want to do, and even depicted in
a tall elf,
depicted as tattered clothes and chains around his hands and legs.
And that's just not a good look for Santa.
Exactly. Santa had slaves, and basically they changed around a little bit. Like he would go and even deliver good things to kids, as in if you left like a carrot in a shoe, he'd fill your shoe with candy, like something
Is that
simple.
for real?
Yes, and because he takes a carrot and give it to the reindeers, and he put candy in your shoe.
Yeah. Should have given that carrot to Santa, you know?
Exactly.
Eat some vegetables.
And also, if you want,
Santa's like, is there dip?
If you want to hear
have blue cheese.
If you want to hear about the legend of Black Peter, we did do a couple of years ago on InTalksicated Reviews. We did a movie called The Fear, where the killer is supposedly Morty and this character of Black Peter. That podcast is with me, Bryant, and Jarrett Campbell. It's really good. Go check it out. I'm plug my shit. Yes. Anyway, to this day, in Dutch religion, or not religion, but like holiday time season, they have a Black Peter festival.
Yeah.
Where all the white people of the town dress up in very offensive blackface.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull...
can we get a picture on here?
Yeah.
Can we put it in the chat?
Every
OBS?
idea that Scandinavia has is a good one.
What do I Google search? Oops, that was an accidental
just
thing.
put up... Literally just put in Black Peter and it will come up. But if you're listening on the podcast and you can't see this, just type in, it's a lot of white people in curly wigs, very red lips, and black faces.
That is not good.
No.
That is not good.
This is not good.
They
dressed up in kind of weird, like, Renaissance fair outfits and the most offensive blackface known to man. And I wish...
Not good.
Yeah. It is something. I wish I could find. When I was doing my research. Oh, here it is. Here's a headline: top news stories.
Get rid of Norway.
Anti-blackface paranoia comes after Dutch Children's Festival. So somebody wrote an article about defending the Black Peter Festival. It's anti-blackface paranoia comes after Dutch Children's Festival. I don't want to click on that because I feel like I will get a lot of racist like propaganda and ads and shit coming up. So
don't feed the algorithm.
Yeah. So and they're just like it's a kids thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think at this point I rest my. That's all the information I've researched.
I have my work cut out for me. So point for racism.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No. But this is my whole argument, that you can create the kind of Christmas that you want to. So, for example, take the great things like gathering your friends and family, having that time off from work. Because my favorite time of year is Christmas Day, closely followed by New Year's Day, because they're the days of the year where you can go out and like the world is silent, because everyone, most people, I shouldn't say everyone, most people are with their families, or at least like in a quiet mode of contemplation. you know,
But
about why
what if
they're
you don't
alone.
have a family?
Quiet contemplation alone about how you can get some.
I think you're grasping at straws now.
I know, but like we've evolved a lot over Christmas. Like we used to slaughter the firstborn slave child
Of course, yeah.
back in the 1700s,
I mean,
and we used to roast them like a pig. We don't do that anymore for the most part. And I might have made that up, but if you Google it, I'm sure at some point in history that's happened.
Oh, probably.
But we as a culture, we can evolve, we can change, we can get Norway out of here. We can be like, guys, maybe pick a bright white face or something. You know, maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe get rid of the maybe do something different with the hair.
It's real bad.
Maybe
it's
like
the
a
red
fun,
lips too. Like
a fun blonde wig. You know, that can be fun too. Or maybe like a rainbow colored. You know, you can still keep the shape. Just do like a fun rainbow color.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
And I don't know what I'm more offended by: the people who go full out,
Or the guy that
who
doesn't even
half-assed
try.
it. Yeah,
He didn't even try.
The guy who looked like he put his face, like he's like Mrs. Doubtfire, but he put a chocolate cake in his face instead of a white one.
Oh, hello. I'm racist too. Yes.
Who wants to be that guy with the headline underneath it? Racism on full display.
Yeah.
That's old
No,
Saint
it's
Nick and
definitely-
Black Peter for you. Oh my God! Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it's inarguably time to get rid of that aspect of Christmas. But like I've been arguing, other aspects of Jesus. In her defense, she does not look like she's having a good time. Like she's clearly being rained on.
Oh, that hat though. Oh my God.
Mom, I didn't want to go. This is gonna
look.
when I run for president, this is not gonna play well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Am I canceled? I'm 7.
Can you imagine? People freaking do that though. There was one mom who like she had like a Japanese themed tea party for her children.
Oh, konnichiwa.
And yeah, and they konnichiwa motherfuckers. And
I actually
dressed
been
them up
taking
and like
Japanese.
and they went to like great lengths to make it very authentic. Like they had like a tea ceremony and they had like matcha tea and stuff like that. And they had like full kimono and like they didn't do like
Like yellow face,
yeah, they didn't do yellow face or anything like that. And it was very respectful and tasteful and like a good way to that was cultural appreciation. And they fucking decimated that child on the internet.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
I am taking Japanese right now though.
I can't stop looking at these
Annyeong.
pictures.
Sorry, that was Korean trick question.
I know. I was like,
I gotta close
Duolingo.
it.
Shout out to Duolingo.
Shout out.
Yeah, but it's what I've been arguing all along. This just kind of supports my argument. Create the Christmas that you want. If you don't like blackface, get rid of it.
What
If you don't like consumerism, get it out of there.
What if it's
You gotta eat anyways. Get it in your house. Eat it. And you don't have to do a turkey. My father does a goose. I know other people they do hams. You can do
what about
anything.
Christmas on a budget? Like I feel like when you're talking about creating the Christmas you want, most of it still involves money.
It does.
You
It
know,
does.
like-
But I mean like so
Or like
does-
buying things or like buying like
Why don't we take the Christ out of Christmas?
Why don't we
Hear me
just
out.
stop eating? Let's just stop because you're gonna eat anyways. And most of the stuff for Christmas outside of the turkey, it's not that expensive. Like
That's
it's
true,
like
the turkey is
mashed
what
potatoes,
makes it.
carrots, and then stuffing. And then I know that if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's a big outset to say spend like $30 on a turkey, and but then if you can make that expenditure, that's like meat for like a week.
true. I
Because
just
I
feel
do
like
everything with my turkey. Like I make turkey stew the next day. We do turkey sandwiches, turkey Sundays. Yeah, that's where you go. Mashed potatoes, hot gravy, mashed potatoes, peas, hot gravy,
Christmas
turkey,
Carol.
turkey, peas.
that does sound delicious.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying I think we should
Little
cut the head
cranberry
off the
topper.
snake.
Cut the head off the and
The
also
Christmas snake.
my main thing is that it makes those who feel lonely feel more lonely because they're walking around, they're seeing all these families doing things,
But
they're
we
seeing
don't
friend
want
groups
you people
doing things.
around. You're bumming us out.
But honestly, like
Don't make me
I
say
had
it.
I had a sad night last night where I was just kind of like here alone and like heard people like with friends like partying, and I was just like, I'm sad. This makes me sad that like I don't.
Other people.
Like I'm just here in my apartment.
Other people's joy makes you unhappy.
It does because I don't have it.
That's right. So let's ruin it for everybody.
This is the story of the
Well, I
Grinch.
don't want to
No,
ruin
fuck
it for.
Christmas.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but I'm just
don't
saying
you?
that's why. That's why
Do I have to tell you about Mary
Christmas hits depressed people a lot harder because
Yeah.
they don't have those things,
But why
and they
are
might,
you-
or they
why
might
would-
not have money, and it really sucks if it's both those things, and then you're just really
It is. I admit,
not in a good spot.
I think everything is hard when you don't have a lot of money. Like, say if you're like
Yeah.
one of those people who
It
is
sucks.
like paycheck to paycheck, and then the Christmas, I 100% get that. But then that happens. Like, poor people are sad all the time, anyways, right? Like, think about it. Like, your tooth hurts, you got to go to the dentist. Motherfucker, I don't have a dentist plan. Fuck, I don't have like $90 to check out what this is and find out like, oh shit, it's like, you know, a $200 tooth repair. You know,
Yeah.
being poor sucks all the time.
I mean, money can't buy you happiness, but neither can food stamps. So
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree because I hate Christmas.
And this leads me into why I think that we need to instate some kind of universal basic income, or at the very least prop up our current social assistance, because it's not enough to either live a meaningful life. I shouldn't say meaningful, but live a humane life, an easy life. Not that I think that all those damn people should just get handouts. But like, you shouldn't be struggling for like things like going to the dentist or like having enough food to eat. Like, that shouldn't be
Oh, absolutely
a
not.
huge stress.
Yeah.
And I think that
So I think
yeah.
that you're trying to demonize Christmas for the failings in our social system.
because I don't
you wanna
demonize
come over for
Christmas.
Christmas? Do you wanna
Oh
come
no,
over?
like I'll be fine. I just
So you don't want
I'm
a solution.
I'm not demonizing Christmas. I'm just saying that there's aspects of it that make it hard, and also the need to go all out and go like buy all this stuff and make all this. It's just access.
Cut it out. Cut it out. That's what I've done.
And
cut it out.
I'll still do Christmas light. Like I like decorating. I like,
And now that you
like-
got all this stuff, it's like you
Yeah.
have this for a lifetime, and you can store it in your apartment.
But I
Whatever.
like
these
I like
lights.
getting together and hanging out with people more than this. Like
Don't you
like
go
the
to,
materialistic stuff.
But don't you go to Gus's pub and think in like June, and you're like, it's a little Christmassy. This is so nice. That's how I feel.
I do like Christmas lights all year round. I do. I mean, I pretty much live in a college dorm room all year round. So
I love it. I love it. Don't ever take any of this down. It's magnificent.
it does
And the
make me
blood
happy.
splatters, keep those up too.
I do like Halloween more than Christmas. Halloween is
Yes, team
Halloween.
But see, that's the holiday that
It's-
I'm just like over. Like, if you're a little kid, I get it. I fully support it. I give out candy every year. I like decorating my house. But I'm like, as an adult, like, I can get drunk at a party any day. Or like, why would I put all this effort into dressing up?
That's the thing, though. These holidays have never been about getting drunk to me. Like, you can get drunk whenever. You know? Like, I don't need a holiday to get drunk.
No, you're obligated.
Yeah.
You have an entire podcast.
In
dedicated to
fact,
getting
drinking
drunk.
to me, like, this is going to get sad, but it's just not that. I just do it so much that it's not a special thing.
So
Do you know what I mean?
You
Like,
need to
like
make
I
it,
always have 2 drinks in me.
You need to make
always.
it like eggnog.
I mean,
only
that's
Or
the
most
special
times.
time.
Yeah.
Only special times.
Yeah. But it's Halloween is you've said this before. It's a creative holiday. Like it's a chance. It's just more creative. It's not as cookie cutter.
And
That's
I
right.
As
get-
Christmas.
And I get that, and I don't begrudge others dressing up and having a great time. It's just not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't begrudge the Black Peter people for dressing up and having a good time?
If I don't know, but I mean, Justin Trudeau makes a great prime minister. And sure, he can't remember the number of times, but I mean, who can?
I know.
Who can remember the number of times they've done blackface? 0. I've done it 0 times.
0.
And I was alive through the 80s and 90s.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things that's just like, everyone's like, somebody in Hollywood just didn't get the memo, and they're just like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to do this? Since when? Since
what I
every
hated?
year.
You know what I hated is clickbait. Someone had the title to an article that said like, did you know that they were gonna do a biography on Harriet Tubman, the famous
Oh, yeah.
famous woman for civil rights and
Yeah,
black,
like,
obviously black,
and freeing slaves.
and
yeah.
they proposed like Julia Roberts or something, and I was like, that's outrageous. And then I clicked on the article, and they were like, studio executive proposed Julia Roberts in like 1994. And I was like, no way. Was a studio executive in 1994 out of touch? No way.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so annoyed because if that was like, say, like in the past like 10 years, I'd be like, oh, that's fucked. But 1994 was a crazy time.
I feel like that was like where they just lumped every historical female that had any reverence in the same, like he's like, oh no, I was thinking about the woman who flew around the world and freed all the slaves, and it's like, wait, what?
But even if he was like, I don't ever notice she's white, she's black, it was for sure like some like 65-year-old guy being like, oh shit, maybe I can get her to suckle my wiener, my half-hard wiener.
Oh my God.
I love how everyone sounds like Donald Sterling in my mind.
Seriously, though.
That's how I feel better about no one buying my scripts.
It's
great.
Donald Sterling. He loves the N-word.
But I think you guys need to focus less on the idea of Christmas that's being promoted, because I do agree Christmas is harnessed for the greatest of all evils, which is consumerism. And go back to what the baby Jesus intended. Give each other myrrh and incense and golden trinkets.
What does myrrh go for anymore? Anyway, what's the market price on myrrh?
Seriously, though.
I don't know. I'd say eternal love from the baby Jesus. That's the market price.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like, I grew up Catholic, having to go to church every Sunday, but then also like it was big at Christmas
like
time
7
too.
times at Christmas.
And
They're like, come back every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
Yes, even through the night.
And that was never fun for me because I just didn't believe.
I know, but now you're an adult. You don't do it anymore.
I brought that up at family dinner the other night, just being like, I'm the one who started all of us not going to church. And my parents didn't remember that. They're like, oh, no, you didn't. I was like, yeah, I started not going. All my sisters slowly stopped going. And now it's just my dad who goes, which is a little bit sad.
It's
but he's
possible to affect change that you want to see in the world. Eventually, everyone will stop going to church.
My ideal Christmas, this is, you're talking about building your own. We're going to do build your own Christmas, and then we're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about what our ideal build your own Christmas would be. Mine would be in Mexico, away from everyone.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But maybe with a guy or just one or two friends, like not totally alone.
Yeah. Shout out to Silent R, who's in Mexico right now for his upcoming birthday and Christmas.
Really? He's already living my dream Christmas.
You can put some cranberry sauce on little chicken taquitos.
Yes. So get some of that. Get a little Christmas tree in my like really nice room that overlooks the ocean.
Might be a palm frond,
and
but
that's my ideal Christmas. I don't know.
That's
relaxed. None of this craziness. No busy malls.
Yeah.
Sarah, that sounds amazing. You should do that. I fully support that.
I want to do that. Corey, what's yours?
Shouldn't I go last?
Oh, okay, Kirsten. Well, I mean, you've kind of sort of started describing it with the no gifts, but like visually and like the vibe of it, what does it look like for you?
This is just for me personally. You don't have to do it the way that I do it. But firstly, no gifts. No one does any gifts. Maybe you treat yourself because there are some good sales on Christmas. Get yourself a facial. Maybe buy yourself that television. That your husband's wanted. Give him permission for that. Make sure to give him a little slip so the sales guy knows. True story. He actually called me from like a Best Buy in Montreal. I think it was 3 years ago before we moved here. He was like, I found a really good sale on television, and I told the salesman I had to call you and see if it was okay. And then I was like, no, you're absolutely not getting a television. It's fucking ridiculous, Shimer. Get your ass home. And then he said that it was the saddest thing. There was an escalator going down, and like the sales guy he'd been talking to, he just slowly passed by, and he's like,
oh my God.
And the salesman saw me, and I pretended not to see him, but he knew what happened.
That's amazing.
Okay. So, where was I? I'm getting too excited.
So just the vibe. Like, do you want a lot of people around? Do you want like not a lot of people around? Like, what's the vibe?
I want my entire house filled. I want my husband's family, the part that I'm talking to. I want them. I might have called my sister-in-law a saggy whore.
A saggy whore.
She had it fucking coming though.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not talking again for a while. And then I called her husband a pussy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Wow.
That was so great. And then I made this like great joke about it. Were you there?
Yes, I did. I was there.
Man, because the whole thing is, I'll just tell the story version, not the joke version. And he's demanding an apology for being called a pussy, and I can't think of anything that a bigger pussy would do.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I can't. Even if it wasn't true when I initially said it, we were arguing about whether NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys were a better band.
Wow.
What side were you on?
Oh, Backstreet's back,
Oh, okay.
baby.
I had a similar fight with my sister-in-law about what band who was more Canadian, the Tragically Hip or Bryan Adams. And
Oh, the Tragically Hip. That's
yes,
easy.
and we got in a full-on shouting.
Another good one is Rush versus the Tragically Hip.
It's still the
Rush,
Tragically Hip.
Yeah, Rush broke through in the States. They didn't break through in Canada.
Fair.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, keep going.
Okay,
Christmas.
maybe I'll make up with them because they're fun outside of being. Anyways.
Okay.
So
A pussy and a saggy whore.
A pussy and a saggy whore.
Outside of that,
I
they're
don't think
great.
there's a way to come back from saggy whore.
Band name. Pussy and the Saggy
Oh, the pussy. And wait, would it be the pussy and the saggy whores,
Yes.
or the saggy whore and the pussies?
I think Pussy and the Saggy Horse sounds better.
Okay.
No, and I just remembered. Oh, and I had this one burn because I used to. No, there's not that many people watching this. It's fine. They used to go to orgies all the time.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so then they went like hyper Christian. It was like evangelical Christian, and she was like wearing fucking turtlenecks and not cutting her hair. They were like deep into it, right? And so I brought it back to that, and I was like, because the fight started about gluten, right? Because she's like freaking out about gluten, but then like mysteriously when we go to a buffet, she's just kind of like, oh, I can have like a little bit. This is like light gluten, and I'm like, it's a fucking Chinese buffet. It's not light gluten. You psychopath. You don't. She's like, I have an allergy, and I'm like, well then. Do we drive you to the hospital after this? What's going on, bitch? Do you have an EpiPen? And yet I'm expected to convert all my recipes to gluten-free. Whenever I have anyone else who comes with an allergy or like a food preference, I cater to it, but they're always like, oh my God, no, don't worry about me. Like my friend Angie, she was coming for a barbecue and she's like, I'm just going to bring some veggie burgers. Do not worry about me. And I still had stuff for her, but I was like, but like just the fact that like, but this woman comes in and she's like, no, Al has to be gluten-free. Do you have to, and like changing like my recipes, it's fucked.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Anyways, okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, and all this lead up to the burn, I was like, how is it that you can survive 7 cocks at once, but gluten's what's gonna kill you now, bitch? And I'm sorry, like, and I kept going over that, and my husband was like, why'd you have to fucking say that? Now I gotta listen to her just be crazy for a while. And I was like, okay, but you have to admit that was a fucking sick burn.
That's a great burn.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like the structure, the timing was beautiful. That's so good.
That is great.
Oh God.
Okay.
Anyways, okay. So even those people, I'd have them over at my house, and then I'd have my family. They'd fly in from Ontario. My mom would stay.
So you want a full house with a lot.
Full Griswold's Christmas.
I would not want that. I want a small,
But
intimate.
that's you.
But this ain't your Christmas fantasy. Let
You
it
do.
go.
Okay, yeah, fair. No, I know.
I'm joking,
I know. I'm just
I'm joking.
very passionate about the away from
And,
winter
like,
Christmas.
We have the propane fireplace going, and I have like those really nice soy candles lit, the ones that are like $16.50 from Jennifer's. They're real nice. This is gonna get real specific.
Oh,
guys.
Jennifer's on the Nova
Yeah.
Scotia place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jennifer Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that real fucking fancy place.
Bougie as
Bougie.
Yeah, bougie with my bougies. That's French for candle. And then we'd have like the 24th, we have a ham dinner with scalloped potatoes and peas. It's very 1950s, studded with cloves. And then the next day, it's Eggs Benedict with the ham from last night. And then we do Christmas dinner, and everybody's there, and the turkey skin is like real crispy.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then we just all sit around in a food coma and open gifts, and there's Christmas trees on every floor.
Holy smokeroonies. Jesus.
And okay, we get one real tree for like $25. And then 2 of our trees, we got one at a yard sale for I think $5. And then the other one we just found like at like a giveaway. Like, you know that roadside giveaway?
No.
Oh, like
Yeah, curbside giveaway.
Yeah, where like people put out the stuff that
Oh, okay.
gently used that they don't want anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so Christmas trees on every floor, and it's really cozy.
I love that your ideal Christmas has a yard sale and a giveaway like Christmas tree in it.
But that's
I
the
will
thing,
say
like,
Christmas trees, like I would like to do a themed tree some year. That's one thing I'd like to do.
But that's the thing, like you don't have to make it that expensive. And all the ornaments that I have, like I think I have one package from Canadian Tire that was like on sale, $5.99, and then the rest are like my old ornaments from when I was a kid, and then I got like some other ornaments from my grandmother, and then Nancy, my mother-in-law, gifted me a bunch of old ornaments from their family. So it's all reused, all repurposed stuff.
Right.
Which I still recognize. If your bank account is at like $100 and you're being told to spend 15 of it on decorations, that is not a wise investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that. I get that it's cost prohibitive, but this is my dream Christmas.
This is
that
build
I
your own
built up-
Christmas.
that
Yeah.
I built up over years. I've been very patient in accumulating my Christmas goodness.
Yeah.
And it's going to smell like pine because one of the trees is real.
I do approve of. I love real trees. Yeah.
And the house is gonna be scented because I like to put a pot of water onto the boil. And once I've like flavored my Christmas cranberry sauce with the tangerines, I just pop them into the boiled water with a couple cinnamon sticks, and it scents the whole house.
Oh.
And yeah. That's pretty much it. We play games. We do cribbage. We do spoons. We do cranium, charades. And if the group is big enough, my dream is to play werewolf.
Oh, I love
Which is a
werewolves.
live action role playing game.
We
It's so
should
fun.
get comics together and play werewolves
That'd
tonight.
be so
I have
fucking
it.
fun.
Okay.
But
we
yeah,
gotta wrap soon because Corey has to go soon.
Yeah, my
Tons.
my car's about to turn back into a pumpkin. So
Oh.
Corey.
my ideal Christmas is that I close on the house at the end of Canal. Right after I put my
Christmas
little
Grinch.
big middle finger in the middle of that huge grassy place.
Can I have a wreath on it?
No reef.
Can it be Christmas colors?
Sure, that actually will add to the
Coca-Cola
sting,
themed? Maybe you can get Coca-Cola to sponsor it.
Maybe. Or I'll get
God.
Pepsi to be like, fuck Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, do a red and blue and white.
That's perfect. I still have that TV that usually shows like Charlie Brown Christmas they have there, but it will just keep repeating the words "Santa isn't real, little ones" constantly over and over again on it. And right after I flick those two things on, I will lock my door to my house, jump in a cab, go straight to the airport, fly to the Netherlands.
You forgot. Children are idiots. They can't read. They're safe. Go ahead. You can't hurt them.
And also we'll flash a sign that just has a Santa with an X through it. Or like he fades away like he's an Avenger in Infinity War. And spoilers for Infinity War. And then I will fly to the Netherlands where I will get a bat and a pair of black brass knuckles, go to the Black Peter Festival and proceed to beat everybody up in blackface. And the news line will say, the headline in the news the next day will say, "Half black on Black Peter crime committed in the Netherlands." And that is my perfect Christmas.
Well, you know, I can't. Although I do.
Oh, whoops. Oh, it's okay. I think it's empty.
Although I do object to violence in any form, even against racists and Nazis, even though no one asked. What if you did just like a fun protest? You know, had some snappy, scathing signs. Maybe you can dress up like a plantation. Oh my God, you should dress up like a plantation lord or whatever they were.
Lord, I am the lord of this plantation.
Exactly. And then really drive it home to them. Just be like, hey guys.
Oh my gosh.
Just be like, hey, this is what this is.
See, that would backfire. I would make up these signs and they'd be like, "We're Dutch. We don't know what you're talking about."
No, you can just throw little cotton balls at them. Just be like, pick them.
It seems like it's actually getting more racist somehow.
Yeah.
No, but the performance art, because their whole thing, because I read a little bit about this last year, their whole argument is like, yeah, but it's not racist. It's a fun Christmas tradition. And if you add plantation owner, they'll be like, oh yeah, this does not look good in context.
That's it. Yes, I am.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, did Kirsten, I didn't really do much convincing. Did Kirsten convince you at all in any way to enjoy Christmas a bit better?
Didn't the eggnog help?
The eggnog was phenomenal. It didn't help the argument. It just helped me believe that I want more of that eggnog. Not now, I gotta go. But I love your eggnog and your. amazing at the. I think that's the first time I've had homemade eggnog, and it's
delicious. I
fabulous.
would buy a bottle of this from you. If you
Isn't that
made
good?
more.
Oh, I'll just bring you more. It's not that expensive to make.
But yeah, I haven't been. I had a good time debating, and if this is the most Christmas spirit I get, is debating Christmas with two lovely people. I had a good Christmas.
Aw, look at that. There was some positivity in there. That's very nice.
So yeah, I have not. Christmas is not brighter in my life, but at least I got a lot off my chest today.
There you go.
That's good. That's good. Now you can enjoy Christmas.
Yeah. Not
Oh
gonna
my
happen.
gosh. Well, thank you both for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys.
This was a lot of fun.
I think
Thanks
I
for
won.
being
I
part
don't
of the
care what
Christmas
anyone
special.
says.
I feel like I'm
Kirsten-
part of like a hard-hitting expose show. Like I got one hand on,
Yeah.
I'm like leaned in. Tonight on Christmas Sucks.
Mics are picking this up. I'm number one.
I think
Oh, that's another thing
remain-
I hate. ASMR.
I remain in the middle.
Asthma?
I remain in the middle.
Sucks to your
Kyle
asthma.
Burnett wanted us to talk about the ET Christmas commercial. We can't do that because Corey has to go. But it was terrifying.
I haven't seen. I did see parts of it, but
It was heartwarming, but a little scary. So
yeah.
No, it would have been fun if they'd gotten like a fucking like sad drunk Drew Barrymore stumbling around in there.
no, but the real Elliot is in it.
I know.
I
isn't
know,
that
but
I'll
just
just
her.
kind of have it on here.
You know that
in
they
the background.
they tried to get Drew Barrymore and they couldn't.
No,
She was like, "That's behind me."
Oh yeah, they should have gotten her.
but I mean, it's
that's
nice to
his
see
sister.
ET get
I'm
some
sure
work
it's like
again.
way outside the budget. Like I'm sure getting the Elliot guy was enough.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he.
Yeah, they found him at a local soup kitchen.
They're like, we can just clean him up.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if he still acts.
Well, but that's it, guys. We're gonna close this out.
Yep.
Thanks again, and
thank
happy
you, Sarah.
holidays and Merry Christmas to all the listeners who enjoy Christmas listening. And if
Fuck
you don't,
Christmas.
then just have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not into Christmas, just have a nice day.
You know what? Punch a Black Peter in the face. Like
Punch a Black Peter in
a
the
black
face.
face Black Peter, not a
The
black guy
first
named
part
Peter.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
do that.
Punch a black, and I was like, oh,
I'm half black.
Oh, no.
I can say all of this.
oh no.
All right, I'm gonna get you both to ring the bell. Ring the Christmas bell. Ring the jingle bell.
The Christmas bell.
Ring the bell. The
Fuck
regular
off.
bell. The regular bell. It's bad luck. There
all
you go.
bells, all bells, are Christmas bells.
I
If
just
you
want to
bell
say
hard enough.
that this is the most terrifying part of the whole.
Oh, I know that hand is so creepy. Could they made of like?
Listen to the sound it makes. That's terrifying, right? Let's just rewind that one more time.